The world of Gurdon, nothing lasts forever. The reincarnation system is a core part of the Kardmi experience, but it's causing a lot of players to drop off right before the end of the season, stop leveling, just stop playing, really stop caring about the game, in my opinion, before the end of the season. And today we're going to clear up some of the confusion regarding the systems, what kind of gets taken over, what doesn't, what gets wiped. And we're going to explain, like I said, the mechanics. We're going to be diving into a roadmap, in my opinion, that would evolve the reincarnation system and keep the community hyped right up until the last day of every season. Let's dive into it. So my name is Critical Kardmi, and if you guys are not familiar, if you're new to the channel, I make Kardmi content multiple times a week, and I like to really dive into, I think, some of the pitfalls that new players kind of fall into, so they can kind of avoid those and enjoy the game. And one of the biggest ones of those that I can think of is the reincarnation system. And what it essentially is it's a seasonal wipe system, but also mixed with there are milestones that your server has to progress through the season, such as, you know, a new tier for the Battle Cafe may not appear until enough people in your server have challenged the arena in the first town, or have caught enough Kardmi in your server. There are different challenges that will unlock different milestones, like if not enough people have defeated the second town, second arena in Kardmi, the third arena may not unlock quite yet for your server, which is why you'll see on the gameplay or hear people talking, some servers will be ahead. Like on Discord, you'll hear people talking about being like in Chemo Town, but Chemo Town has not unlocked yet in your server. So that's part of it. It's like a tiered system where you'll reach milestones, and as you reach milestones collectively as a community in your server, things will gradually unlock. And it's not just islands, it's not just things at the Battle Cafe. There are Kardmi that will also unlock when certain requirements have been met, and most of the time these requirements are things like a certain amount of trainers battling at the duel arena, at doing competitive, or doing some kind of other non-campaign related thing. And I found, like, example in server 4, the last milestone for us unlocked Thunder Ruff, who is like a pseudo legendary Kardmi, and it was a very it was non-campaign related what you had to do to reach that milestone. And so that's one core component of the reincarnation process. And then the other is that and I'm going to be doing a deep dive into Kardmi's story on Friday, so I don't want to get too far into like spoiler territory right now. But when it comes to the lore of Kardmi, that ties into the reincarnation process because it follows like the seasonal model. Now, I know a lot of people hear season 1, they're kind of worried. They're like, oh, okay, well, seasonal, what happens? Are all my Kardmi wiped? Do I have to recatch everything? Do I have to regrind everything I have now? So, to clear a little bit of that up, like, for example, we have Season 2 coming out tomorrow. And for people who have been playing it for me for a couple months, you're not going to have to regrind your Kardmi. You're not going to have to recapture them. They'll stick with you. Their levels will reset, but the work that you put into them, their skills that they know will stick with you. The skills that you have unlocked that are, maybe you don't have a particular card yet, but have unlocked the skill card, that'll stay with you. The level of the skill will be reset, I believe. For example, if you're in the end game, you have all level 10 skills on your card, and those will be reset down to 1. Like I said, I don't remember the stats. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. Like the efforts, the HP, attack, defense, all those good things that you put effort into, those things will stay as they were in the original season 1, or whatever season you pick up the game at. Let's talk a little bit about the problem with this and some ways to fix it, in my opinion. I think, like I said, a lot of people, including myself, have a hard time kind of powering through to the very last day of the season because you're like, well, what am I still leveling for? My items are going to be wiped. My Kardmi's levels are going to be wiped. Um, why am I still playing until season 2 drops? I had that very thought in my mind the other day. I logged on. I did collecting my rewards from events that I had done. Got my login reward, and I looked around and I was like, why am I playing? Like, I have. Yeah, I never beat the Elite Four. But I just kept kind of putting it off, putting it off. And at this point, I'm like, is there a reason to challenge the Elite Four as late into the season as I am? I was like, season 2 could literally come in like any day, so there's really no reason. And I feel like a lot of people have that same mentality. So I kind of want to throw a couple ideas out there and see what you guys think and see what you guys would be the best option to kind of encourage players to stick around until the very last day of the season. So I got 2 ideas, and I think both are pretty good. But like I said, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts about it. So the first is the Reincarnation carryover bonus, and basically what it is it rewards you kind of for reaching particular levels. Maybe say every 5 levels you reach in Kardmi, you get a little like carryover package that can contain some random items specifically for next season, like maybe Kardmi catch cards or some kind of exclusive rewards that you can get, and you can use those specifically for the next season. I think that kind of gives you more reason to grind. Maybe there's some unique cosmetics that you can get in there. Gives you more reason to grind rather than stop playing. Now, there's been some people that are like, yeah, I could take those rewards, I could leave them. But that's true for pretty much anything you could offer people towards the end of the season. Excuse me. When it comes to my other idea, I think it would be really cool to maybe have like an end of season kind of event. Right now we've been kind of rotating through the legendary events one more time just so everybody gets their hands on the legendaries that they want. Genelex, Survivin, and Pikagare. I like that idea. I like making sure that everyone gets a second, third chance to get these legendaries. Maybe they picked up the game super late in the season and they didn't want to miss their chance. I like that idea, but I think you can kind of take it a step further. Maybe you could say that double the spawn of alphas or whatnot, especially for like lower, harder to find Kardmi. Or in addition to that, maybe you could highly increase the spawn rate of shinies for Kardmi that you hadn't really researched much that season. That way you can kind of get a chance to get in either an alpha or a shiny of a Kardmi that you may have won the entire season didn't get. Or again, it kind of plays like a catch-up mechanic for people who pick the game up late. But these are my ideas for things that I think could really kind of keep people playing until from the end of season whatever to the beginning of season and the next season, if that makes any sense. But I would love to know what you guys think down in the comments. Be sure to let me know. I think you could go even further with kind of like the end of season events, kind of make it kind of a spectacle. But I'm not really sure right off the top of my head what exactly they could do. You guys let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.